Here's how I just went from idea to about $1,000 a day in recurring revenue in less than 24 hours. I want to take you inside the promotion, how I did it, and how I built this from scratch with no product ahead of time. Sounds a little hypey, yeah, I know. But watch, you're going to really like this one. Let's get started. And as always, no edits. It's just me. We do this all live in one take, real, raw, uncensored. I'm Ryan Lee, been online since the late 90s, building one person businesses, mostly health and fitness. And now I'm teaching my fellow 45, 50, 60 ish plus solopreneur build something with heart and soul. So, how do we do this? How do we do this without being cheesy and sleazy and getting to that holy grail of recurring revenue? We call it in the marketing space continuity income. So, how do we get there? How do we go from idea to promo to actually going live? And here's this new concept I've been toying with. And I said last night, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. Here is my current recurring revenue program. I'm calling it the All Access Pass. It's still in beta. That name will change. And I'm going to add more things. But I started with the concept of join one, get the other two for free at a crazy, crazy price. People say, well, it should be, $50, $100. It's a fraction of of that because I want to get people in. I want to start getting feedback. So, and by the way, if you want a link to that, if you want to get in, just type in beta below. I'll send you an invite. So the idea is, okay, this is the program. How do I get new people in it, trying it, and taking care of the current members, like giving them a surprise bonus? There is nothing as powerful as giving members a surprise. And I've been doing this for decades. I used to do it when I owned strengthcoach.com, where we would just do a surprise training, a surprise video, a surprise online workshop where members would just be blown away because who doesn't love a nice surprise? So this wasn't promised. This was just off the top of my head. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give members something to stick around, to be happy, because recurring revenue program is not a recurring revenue program if people don't stay. People focus on getting members in, but they don't focus as much as keeping them. So giving surprise bonuses is a really nice way to keep them. And I wanted to use it as like a little kind of double dip method where all the other people on my list who have not joined, because no matter how good your program is, 90% of your email subscribers won't join your recurring revenue program. But what do I do to incentivize them to get them in? So last night I had an idea. I had just taught a program called MBX, talked about micro books. I'm like, you know what? I'm working on my next one. I was going to record it in about 2 weeks. I'm at my son's tennis. It's like 9, 10 at night. I said, you know what? Forget. I'm going to build this thing in a day, not even a day, in a few hours, from idea to scratch, and go and do this microbook and use it as a bonus for current members. And if you're a new member, you come in and you get this and you get to attend live. So let me share this email. This was the email I sent last night. So I called it my After Dark version. So sometimes I'll do an email at night where I call it Ryan Lee After Dark. Yes, very adult. And I said, time for a last minute, very special After Dark edition. Adults only, need only apply. And I basically said, I just finished MBX and I came up with this idea. This concept of the 1 hour workday. People want to hear more about it. They want to hear my system. How do I create a book that's kind of a multimedia system that's less than an hour, but it's really, really tactical? I'm going to call it the 1 hour workday. And you said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create this thing and I'm going to do it live. And I just 5 minutes ago just finished. I just recorded the whole thing live. I had a bunch of people on live watching it that are all access members. And I said here, if you're an all access member, you're in. You get it. It's part of the program. Congratulations. You're going to see it. It's going to show up tomorrow and you're going to be able to attend live. And by the way, if you're not, if you join within the next 48 hours, it's yours. So I put together a really, really fast page. Let me share that with you. And you can see there's a countdown clock. It's going to end in 48 hours. This was a video I already had explaining the program. And then I just threw together some graphics showing what they're getting and the membership. So that was the email I did last night, in my usual Ryan Lee email style where it's story, it's engaging, right? There's energy, there's momentum, and it's not a hard push, right? So this was the after dark, and then I sent another email this morning, and it was this one. So back to the coffee shop, sip, type, repeat, and I talked about the power of the 1 hour morning and how when I'm away, especially with two kids in college now and two more to go, I am I often on the road, I only have an hour because I want to be with my family. So, what do I do if I only have an hour? If I have that constraint, what do I do? And I'm like, this is so I gave a lesson here, some tactical stuff, my system of GTB, growth type bank, and, you know, some tactical stuff and some inspiration. And I said, by the way, I'm creating this new book called The 1 Hour Workday. Here's what it looks like, and I'm going to record it live. So this was a second email. So if people didn't see the one last night or they just came on my list after the recent email, they're seeing this now. And I just explain it. This is what it's going to be. It's likely going to sell between 29 to 49, which it will. But if you're already a member of All Access, you can attend live and get the recordings. And if you're not a member, if you join within the next 48 hours, you could join live and get the recordings as well. So remember, last night, this wasn't a thing. Okay. This was not a thing. I thought about it. I'm like, let me do this because here's what's really interesting is that when you give yourself a deadline and you put a real big constraint on it, you say, you know what, I only have one day to do this, and you announce it to people, you announce it publicly, whether you have a list or not. I announced it to my list and said, I'm going live tomorrow. I had no choice. I had to get the thing done today. And I forget what that law is called, but it's this law of like whatever your deadline is, you'll work up to the minute to get it done. And when I tell you I was building this out up until about 3 minutes before, I was building it out right before. But I went live. And what was really interesting, I got a lot of new members join in the past 12 hours just from this promo. And I still have another day to promote it. And I know I'm going to get more. And my current members who just attended live, they're already leaving feedback on Facebook. This was great. I loved it. Let me actually see because they just started. Again, I just, let me share this. See, no edits here. I said, if you liked it, so here people, you see 10 minutes ago, people are already starting to leave comments. This was incredible. Watch you build a powerful product right before our eyes. Really impressed. Provides the entire pathway for structuring your business. Amazing presentation. Very clear and precise route to success. Loved 1 hour workday training. Ryan, your GTB system is fine. So already getting feedback, right? Already getting testimonials from idea to launch to recurring revenue to testimonials in 12 hours. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm not. I'm saying that it's not impossible. Like you don't have to overthink. So my goal was giving people incentive to join the All Access Pass because it was already a no-brainer price. Like, how do I make it more no-brainer? Some people say, well, give a free trial, give $1 trial. I don't like that. I would rather have people pay a full price or come in as a full member, but give them more cool stuff, something they're really going to find valuable as opposed to discounting and getting the tire kickers and people who just want the freebies, right? So it's the power. And this has been said in marketing for years. I don't know who originally came up with it, whether it was Dan Kennedy or Jay Abraham or whoever, Gene Schwartz, an ethical bribe, right? Saying, if you come in, you get this. And this alone is worth your membership. And this is the first time I'm trying it with this program. I've done it in the past. I did it once when I had my Freedom membership. I gave people a print book. I've given out Gary Vaynerchuk's book and Mike Michalowicz, my buddy, and I've done it and it works really, really well. So this one was just taking one piece of my system, right? The 1 hour workday, which is what I do when I'm away. Here's how it works. So it was a multimedia product where it was a video. I did the live presentation. So it's about an hour, 10 minutes, maybe. So easy to consume. Then we're going to get it transcribed. I haven't even done it yet because I just finished 5 minutes ago, but I'm going to. It's going to be done. It'll be done within the next 24 hours. So there's the transcription, which is going to be like a book and it's going to look good. The audiobook, so the MP3 file. So now there's like a multimedia package and all the handouts. And there were about 115 pages of handouts where I showed like traffic strategies and marketing strategies. So all of this from just an inkling of an idea to building out the entire presentation to going live to recording to giving it as part of the membership. And I just use Kajabi, and there's a link below if you want to try it. It's all within Kajabi, the email, the membership, all of it. All I did was add a product to the membership. And then I could take it away after 48 hours so new people don't get it. Because it's going to be, rotating different bonuses. Like when the old school, remember the Sports Illustrated, you join and get a phone, and then they take it away and do another bonus. So this was one little micro topic of the bigger stuff that I teach. And now that I see this working and it's bringing a lot of new members who are going to stick around, I'm now going to do it for other topics like how to do a membership site or how to do a premium newsletter or how to write better email or the YouTube strategy I'm doing to get them from YouTube to the list. So there's so much I can talk about. And I guarantee there's so much you can talk about in your topic, whatever it is you teach and whatever it is you want to talk about. There are things that you could pull out. But I just wanted to show this as a lesson about the power of speed, of moving fast, of trying things. And if it didn't work, it didn't work. But at least I'd have a product now that is now going to be out on its own, and I'm going to sell it to bring new people into my world. Something that's a really good no-brainer offer, because if I price it as a multimedia product for like $29 or less, it's going to convert. So if you want to learn more about this strategy and recurring revenue, and you want to talk about this and get into my world and see the stuff I'm doing in all different markets, just write recurring below. I'll give you a link and we'll jam and we'll play. And don't forget, of course, subscribe and like. I looked this morning, it's 81% or something of the people who watch my videos are not subscribers. Shame on you. Shame on you. If you want to see my annoying face, just like and subscribe. And then let's watch the next video because there's so much more to come. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next one.